FM,
AM,
and iPlayer.
live from where you live.
This is BBC Radio Gloucestershire.
8 o'clock now with the BBC News for Gloucestershire, Andrew Vincent.
A group's been set up in the Forest of Dean to investigate the paranormal. Forest Paranormal Investigations is asking if the truth is really out there. The team claims to have already captured some strange incidents on film. Tim Gunter says why they chose to base the club in that area.
Forest of Dean is steeped in legend, mystery, myths and ghost stories. Our mission is to uncover the facts behind them, to document them, even if that means sitting up all night in pitch black on your own with something trying to communicate with you. Two of us are born and raised in the forest, and two of us lived in the forest for most of our lives, so it seemed appropriate that we should base it in the Forest of Dean.
And you can hear more about Forest Paranormal Investigations in Tom's programme later.
Hang on, some more recognisable music here. It makes me think of things that go bump in the night. Is the truth out there? Or at least in the Forest of Dean. A new team has been set up to investigate the strange, the unexplained, the weird and the spooky in the area. Forest Paranormal Investigations wants to explain the unexplained. So how strange is the Forest of Dean? Let's speak to Tim Gunter, who is from the new group. Tim's on the line. Tim, good morning.
Good morning to you.
So, the Forest of Dean, is it a hotbed of the unexplained?
The forest is steeped in legends, mystery, myths and ghost stories. Basically, our mission is to uncover the facts behind them and to document it and try either to back it up or expose it through investigation.
So how many are you in the team, then?
There's four of us. Team leader Adam Heath, who's a master practitioner in NLP. He's got 7 years paranormal investigation experience. Paula Meek is the press officer. She's a supernatural author, most notably for Quest of the Vampire trilogy. Researcher Vicky is our open-minded skeptic, and she's best known for organising Colford Music Festival. And I'm the EVP specialist.
And you've already filmed some rather unusual incidents, I think I'm right in saying.
Yes, we've captured light anomalies, orbs, shadows, bumps and bangs, shouts and voices, all of which we find fascinating and try to explain where we can by scientific means. Some of these things we can't explain, of course, and these are the things we class as paranormal. Now,
these anomalies and these orbs and things that you mentioned, do they get picked up with a standard traditional camera, or do you need some specialist equipment?
90% or more of the orbs we capture on digital stills and video are dust, airborne or moisture particles. However, we encounter light anomalies that appear upon request sometimes. They react to questions and trigger EMF meters. Particularly compact cameras can pick up dust orbs because the flash is sighted so close to the lens.
Right, and this kind of stuff, though, doesn't it have some kind of a scientific theory behind it?
Yeah, it is reported that fluctuations in EMF, particularly what we call a K2 meter, when we're asking out for light anomalies to appear, we get fluctuations in EMF, particularly spikes on a K2 meter. Some people consider as paranormal activity.
So hang on, just take us through that again for people who are not too sure what you're talking about when it comes to these meters and stuff.
Okay, an EMF meter measures electromagnetic fields.
Right.
We can eliminate EMF given off by electrical cables, lighting and phones. We take baseline tests, and when we detect increases in EMF, we can track them and investigate further. A K2 meter actually has LEDs and tends to be more stable than our standard EMF meters. When we ask out for questions and there is some sort of paranormal presence, these LEDs actually illuminate.
Okay, and I don't want to do this comparison, but is this going to be like a Ghostbusters kind of situation where if somebody finds something or experiences something, they give you a call and you go out and do the exploring?
We aren't totally about the more common ghost hunting. We're researching crop formations, the big cats, places of interest, mystery and folklore. We're here to provide a fresh and dynamic way of explaining things without being medium-led. We're looking for scientific explanations for occurrences which people are perplexed by.
Have you got a theory on crop circles yourself?
We actually have a video coming out. We're not experts in crop circles, but we've visited a chap that's been looking at it in the air for about the last 10 years, so check it out on our website.
Okay, we'll do the website in a second. So when it comes to investigating an incident, is there like like a regular routine that you go through?
Yes, there is. We always carry out what we call protection from a spiritual point of view. We take baseline tests, as I say, to try and eliminate any potential electrical interferences. Basically, what we'll do on any investigation is look at it from a scientific point of view, which is why we don't use mediums in the main. We're looking for scientific explanations for people's concerns, basically.
Okay, so but when you go into these investigations, do you go in with a sense of scepticism and you're looking to try and find some kind of rational explanation, or do you actually assume that there's something strange going on?
We never assume anything. We always go in with an open mind, which we find is very, very important.
What do you find is of most interest to you when it comes to a certain unexplained situation, be it crop circles or big cats?
The most interesting thing for me is EVPs. EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena. That's basically recordings made on an investigation containing sounds or voices, more commonly not heard by anyone at the time. Just like the FBI, we eliminate frequencies of those recordings, cut out the background sounds, and uncover, in the main, what I can only describe as voices from another realm. They aren't harmonics. We've had names, we've had some things I couldn't possibly repeat on family radio, and breaths and sheds. They're very, very interesting.
That's the first I've heard of it when it comes to actual voices. I've heard of things that go bump in the night. When it comes to voices, that's certainly something new to me. So how long have you guys been together, just briefly? Is this just something extremely recent?
It's something we've been looking at doing for the last couple of years. We've all got a mutual interest in all things paranormal, but we actually only launched on Friday.
Blimey. Okay, and what's the website then?
The website is www.forestparanormal.co.uk.
And certainly if you find anything of any interest, Tim, do come back to us. We'd be really interested to hear what's going on and what you can find.
We certainly will, and it's been great speaking to you.
Tim, thanks for coming on. That's Tim Gunter, who is from Forest Paranormal Investigations, setting out to explain the unexplained. Fascinating stuff.